So, being a mom, right, means that I have to have the time and the resources to make sure that my children, who are teenagers and who are teenage daughters, who are very beautiful, very smart, and I want them to be successful, are on track with their school. I'm back in school. And so one of the things I explained to them why I changed my work schedule and a lot of things that I do is so that way I have time to check in with their teachers. I have time to attend any and everything that needs to be to know how you're doing. One of the things that I like is that with technology, I don't have to check every day. Um, Everything's emailed to me. And so for the past week or so, I haven't had access. Something was wrong with my account. Told my daughters, you do know that I am going to be checking those attendance records and I am going to be checking those assignments. And so if there's anything missing, there shouldn't be. If there's any lateness, there shouldn't be, unless the days that I know that you were late and of the days that I personally saw that you girls were late and you still, you know, oh, these things matter. And so I am very determined for my children to have the best opportunities in life. And part of that is they're not going to be wasting family money. May not have much, but I have enough for them to be able to be comfortable. And that is the goal. That is what their father and I had designed and set up many, many years ago. So now that they're approaching that age and they're getting a little older, oh, they seem to think, oh, I'll have this and I'll have that. Only if you do what needs to be done. And with my children, respect is a must. Cleanliness, doing your chores, school. If I pay for these activities, I expect you to participate in them. If I pay for you to do activities that you want to do, I expect you to have your grades on track. So a couple assignments missing, a couple latenesses, and y'all pray for me. Teenagers, boyfriends. I know I was there a while ago, and it's like OMG, between the phone and the friends and the boyfriend, and just always Instagram, TikTok, facing a whole new ball game with the youth today. Right now, where I'm at, is full of these high school kids waiting for them to go back to their school, and it's just like, wow. So I'm glad that I am taking the stress management class. I am glad that I'm no longer working for companies that stress me the fuck out. I'm no longer even doing events and taking contracts from clients that do the same thing because these are the most important years of my children's life. Because in 2 years, my oldest in two, they will no longer legally be considered children, which means in the eyes of the law and society and everything, they will be considered adults. Therefore, responsible for making their own decisions. Are they ready? Absolutely not. Is anybody ready at 18? Not usually, unless you've had a background to prepare you to be. And even then, still, I've seen where opportunities, children have wasted them. And that's what I'm not going to have with my children. No, I've worked with college kids. I've seen the lack of preparation that went involved. Like their parents felt like it's daycare. Drop them off for 4 years and hope you make it. So knowing that, right, and then knowing the cost of living, how expensive. Can you believe my daughter had the nerve to tell me she was being emancipated? She go live with her boyfriend. Really? You're not. Both of you are teenagers. None. You don't have the education or the income or even the mental capacity to take care of yourself. I'm an adult. You know how hard it is to take care. Do you know how hard it is to be an adult? You have no fucking idea. You know. And I don't curse at my children, but just saying, like, really, the sense of entitlement that these young people have. It's like if it's not something, it's something. One of the things I explain to them, family works very hard for you to have nice things. Sometimes people will see that and think that they should also have those nice things and will try to befriend you for your nice things. It's already happened. It's happened a number of times. I always put a stop to it because the first thing that I always tell them, I need to know your friends. I need to meet them. You know, their parents, whatever, if you're going to be hanging out with them, things like that, because I want to make sure that you're not going to have bad influences. I want to make sure, perhaps, maybe make sure you're not going to be a bad influence. You have to know your children. Are my children saints? No. Was I always a saint? No. So I know what to look out for. But are they good kids or good children? Yes, they are. And I don't have to deal with a number of things that some people do, like drugs and drinking and prostitution and gangs and stuff like that. And trust and believe, you don't think they've thought about maybe thinking they could sneak out the house or come back late or go somewhere and told them not to go? Yeah, they have. I've just always been one step ahead of the game with technology and then having the time. So they're always used to me always working. And by always working, they think, oh, mom's at work, do whatever I want. No, you cannot. I will know. I will find out. It's only a matter of time. Like a good investigator, good lawyer, I build my case. Everything's online. So I have to utilize this time to get my children back on track to make sure that they're doing well, which means I guess I would be going up to, I do pop ups. I have to pop up to your school to make sure that you get on that school bus and to make sure that you come home. You're not going to the library, you're not going to the rec, you're not going to Panera, you're not going to Starbucks, you're not going the mall, you're not going anywhere until these things are done. Homecoming is Saturday, and so it's like the school's last minute with stuff. There's always something to pay for. And then sometimes my children are last minute with stuff. And I tell money does not grow on trees. I budget and I allocate my money to the best of my ability. It doesn't always be penny to penny, right, in terms of budgeting. But we don't live penny to penny because I budget. So that's the reason why I tell my daughters, we live in a great neighborhood. You go to a good school, you're able to have things in life. And it's not the monetary value, it's preparing you for life. It's preparing you for success to make sure that you have everything that you need to be successful. It's just that simple. Some want their children to succeed, some don't. You'd be surprised. People send their children out every day with no money, no food, no water, no nothing, and just expect them to be successful. And you or cursing them out, fighting with them, all kinds of things. Don't get me wrong. I know that sometimes your children might be the ones cursing and fighting. So you have to be able to stay calm and to be able to not feel overwhelmed and to hold them accountable. Because I don't know if you're a teenager like mine, but I swear they won't admit anything unless obviously they're confronted with it and I have proof. And even still, they're trying to find a way to blame any and everyone but them for why they didn't do what they're supposed to do. Absolutely not. So yes, the debit card gets cut off. The phones get cut off. You're not going anywhere. I'm not gonna say a word about it. Neither am you. And has it been successful? Slightly. Teens. But when you consistently do it and they realize you won't budge, and each time that they push the envelope, I push how long they're not gonna get anything. And I have no problem. Oh, I'm going out. Are you going out? No, because you didn't do your homework. You didn't do your chore. You were disrespectful. So me, your sister, and everyone else are going out. See you later. And yes, I will do that because sometimes that's what it takes. And at first, it used to break my heart because you feel like you don't want your child to miss out on anything. You know how your parents would say, "This is hard on me than it is on you." It's true because you don't, but you have to discipline your children and teach them accountability is everything. How they act. These high school kids, some of them are off the hook, even in these nice neighborhoods. Because I live in oh my God, a well-to-do neighborhood. Yeah. And you'd be surprised how some of these children don't have any manners or respect or accountability and think, well, I have money, my parents are here, my father does this, my mother does that, I can do whatever I want. No, you cannot. And that's what I try to get my children away from. That type of entitlement. Never let your children know how much money you have because they won't stop asking for it. And even when they become adults, especially, they'll be trying to clock your money. I don't think so. But also show them how to budget. Show them that even if I say not right now, it's for a reason. It's because this bill needs to be paid or that needs to be done for this. This is a priority. This is an essential. So the essentials come first: food, clothing, shelter, all the good stuff. And then everything else is, secondary. So that's why they think that I'm rich because I never broke because I work so fucking hard and I have investments. I just opened investment accounts for them and portfolios, and I have a number of things that I do professionally that generate income in a short amount of time. So now I'm going back to working remotely, more so as I had mentioned I would do. Um, my husband, my husband wants a son. That's something that we're trying to navigate, and he kind of plays more of the background role with a lot of stuff because I had to explain by them being daddy's girls, not even daddy's girls, but it's hard for fathers to look at their daughters, beautiful and smart, and tell them no to anything. It seems like except when it comes to dating. See, there's certain things I let him handle because he is more, I guess, enforcing in that regard. Like when it comes to the dating and the guys, he puts the fear of the Lord in them, literally. Same with me when it comes to being disrespectful, not doing your chores, not doing well at school. And obviously that too. But one of the most effective ways that we've learned to parent together is to see who has the strengths and weaknesses for things. Some of my best strengths are my organization. His best strength, time management. So he helps me out with getting me out the door and getting them out the door. And I help him out by having everything organized, having everything organized for them. So in a relationship, it's very important to know your strengths as parents. And even if you're not together, me and my husband have been together for a very long time. So they try to play one side to the other. And that's why we had to link up and create the parenthood to address all these issues. So they know that if their father has to come talk to them, they know what it's pertaining to. And it's not going to be, a conversation that's going to go good. Same thing with me if we have to have conversations about your grades, why you're not doing well with your classes and stuff like that. I'm glad that I now have the time in the morning. I'm not rushing off to work. I am not rushing off to do anything for anyone except for my family. And I don't mind not having time for myself because guess what? I never have time for me hardly. I don't mind not being able to like get my sleep or get my rest sometimes. Why? Because it's for my family. It's for my family's business, and I see the value and the appreciation, and I don't mind doing that. But as for working for a greedy corporation, working for a company that does not know what they're doing, working for psychopaths, absolutely not. So now I've changed my schedule. I'm back in school full time and doing an apprenticeship program, pre-apprenticeship, that I'm gonna have the time in the afternoon. So that way, oh, you're home from just like how when they were little, just like how when they were little. Oh, so you're home from school. Well, let's go ahead and get that homework done. I have all the food, all the snacks, everything that you need. Oh, your laundry, guess what? I wash, you fold. So I meet my children halfway. As long as they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, I don't mind mothering them. That's my job. But doing it in a way that teaches them independence. So they're not 100% relying upon me and they realize that these are things they need to be done. And I don't do it every time they're laundry or clean up their room. But if they're doing their chores and they're doing good in school and they're doing their sports, I don't mind at all. Why? Because I know that it's appreciated in what I'm doing. These are things that I've done for people all my life, helping them run their households and being a nanny, a babysitter, a housekeeper, a pet sitter, all these domestic service related jobs that I made extra money while I was a stay at home mother because it was work that I could do during the day while my children were at school. And when they're young, you definitely want to be there. And now, when they're older, I gotta be there. Their dad has even changed around. Their father, his schedule, so that way he's not away as much, and then he's not working late nights. So during the daytime, he's asleep, or not able to. The only interaction that you're having with your children is to discipline them or to speak to them, not being able to have fun. Hey, how's it going? That kind of thing, like we used to always do. But financially, we've been very blessed, and I praise the Lord. That's why I make these videos to say that I'm very grateful that financially, my family is in a position to where we don't have to work as hard because we have a number of things that run in the background that generate income. And so, also being savvy. Yep, I'm at this cafe. I brought my own coffee and my own little muffin. I did buy a sandwich. Of course, I'm going to buy something. But think about a trade off. I can make my own coffee. That saves me $3. I can get my own pastry, and I got a little Trader Joe's organic, little chocolate chip muffin with a little sugar on top. And so I can buy a little $5, little overpriced, little teeny tiny sandwich. I could have brought my own sandwich too, but I do support businesses. I honestly, if you're going to be sitting there for a few hours, you need to buy, you support them. Also important to eat. That's very stressful when you do not eat. And having worked where I wasn't eating right, I wasn't sleeping right, I wasn't getting the things that I need, self care. Um, I'm no longer stressed. I'm able to talk to my husband and talk to my children and not feel overwhelmed and not feel rushed and stressed out when they're not doing things that they need to do. And also, I have to realize that sometimes I'm not able to do things that I need to do or things that I want to do or things that they want me to do. They're like, fuck this world. You know what's important? Your family, your friends, your relationship with the Lord, the Creator, and who you are as a person, how you feel about yourself. This world is so busy always telling everyone what to do and how to do it. They don't have all the fucking answers. They don't know shit. And so rather than live up to those expectations, like teaching my daughters as teenagers, rather than follow trends and follow these challenges on TikTok and stuff, create your own trends, create your own challenges. You know, because something's like, no, mommy, nobody's wearing that. Who's they to tell you what to wear? You wear what you want to wear. And I get it, the need to conform, and that's why I try to break the mold and get my daughters to think outside the box, literally. I remember seeing this little comic strip before where they're like, yeah, you want me to think outside the box, and I work in a cubicle. So getting my daughters who have higher expectations. Yeah, entry level jobs are fine. Great for experience. However, most entry level jobs are dead end jobs. You will be stuck with psychopaths and crazy ass people who do not give a fuck because they're not paid a damn. They're not respected and low sense of self worth. I know because I've done all these fucking jobs and I know how I was treated. And I know just not a good look when you want to go to school, when you want to further your career. These are not types of jobs that you want to have where you want to be around like minded people. So I'm on a lot of boards and I do a lot of advocacy and lobbying. And let's see, I also participate with a lot of organizations that give back, that do trainings. So in a sense, I get free training to go out and then go train other people to be advocates, to be lobbyists, to help the government meet the needs of the people by knowing what the needs of the people are. You have people that sit in suits that make these decisions who oftentimes are fucking clueless about what it actually takes to get these policies to work. And having worked in the federal government and in Capitol Hill and a number of places, yeah, I have a say. Being a mother, being a wife, being involved in the community heavily in a lot of communities all throughout this area, really all across this country. I've been to a lot of places and I've traveled and done a lot of things. And so my daughters see that. And they see that their mother is not just mom. I remember very long ago when they were little, I was, washing, doing something, cleaning. And they're like, you're just a mom. Really? That's how you see me. There's nothing worse when your family or friends don't see you for who you are or appreciate you for who you are. Because a mother's work is always expected and never appreciated. As a mother, I'm expected to be nurturing, to be loving, to be kind. I'm not expected to have feelings. I am not expected to have wants, desires, dreams, passions, interests other than my children. At least that's what they say. As a wife, I am expected to cook, clean, dance, and sing. And you know what I mean when I say dance and sing. And it just so happens I'm a very good dancer and a singer. And literally and figuratively. So, and maintain an ever youthful appearance, the perfect figure, and everything, and be there for my husband and support all his endeavors without anyone considering maybe I have my own ambitions. Maybe I want to have my own business. Maybe I want to run a corporation. Maybe I want to be the chief police. Maybe I want to be commander in chief. And of course, society is like, oh, no, you belong in the kitchen. What are you doing? You're not there for your children. You're not there for your husband. And then guess what? I came to the realization. You guys are fucking right. You're absolutely fucking correct. I need to be home with my children. You guys are not my children. You act like children, but you're not mine. And you don't want to receive instruction. It's not my job, not my place. I do not care. For the people in the companies that say, hey, you have a husband. Sure, we should hire you. Because, he may want you to be home and stuff. You're right. He does want me to be home. That's what he's been saying for the past 15 years. That he wants me to be home more, you know. And then, of course, you have the friends, so-called friends. That is, people who wish they could be you. So they want to be close to you, to try to hope that they can emulate you or find some way to figure out what makes you. And when I say that, I had to cut a lot of people off in terms of you need to be there for your husband. he's gonna cheat on you. Well, cross my fingers. As of today, of 20 something years plus of being together, he has not cheated on me. Wow, neither have I. I don't know. Maybe because it may have something to do with a person making a choice not to do these things. It is a choice. Sometimes people are blessed to make good choices. And they're blessed to be with somebody who also knows how to make good choices. Just saying, nobody's perfect. He's not perfect. I'm not perfect. But I don't have to worry about him cheating on me, beating on me, disrespecting me, calling me on my name, not taking care of his family. And so, you know, you're just gonna stay home and live off your husband's money, or some of his family who had that attitude, forgetting if you check the books, I have more money than all of you. And it's true. Because I'm not just some woman that he met and, needed a handout or a hand up. I have my own everything. That's what attracted him to me. He told me so himself, my personality and my charisma and drive, how to get things done without being, I don't know, an asshole, but sticking to my guns. Like, no, you're not about to take advantage of me or the situation. And so that's all I feel like so many people had so many things to say about my life, trying to tell me how to run it, do. Make their projections about speculation. I deal with facts, absolute facts. That's why I like law and business, because it's either there or it's not. Data can be manipulated, but I'll find out and I'll prove you wrong by doing what I need to do and focusing on what I need to focus on. Being happy. So the past few months, it has been a reevaluation period for me to just get back into the swing of being more stay at home. My husband said, "You're a stay at home mom that never stays at home." So that's why, we made changes to our household. I told you guys we were moving. We're getting ready to move to our nice place. The Lord has blessed us with a beautiful home. Moving on up. And so I'm going to make these videos. One, to deter the negative demons that follow me all around. Like I had this one guy following me outside of the coffee shop. Fucking weirdo. And so I just started recording him. I don't let it get to me anymore. I just started recording him. Obviously for my safety, but also in case these demons want to start something with me to provoke me to call the police. That's their favorite thing, weaponizing the police and the government, the military against me. It doesn't work. So, having left all those three careers, and I'm still doing phenomenally well. And I'm happier than ever because I have time. Like, I have time to make this video. I'm looking at my clock, knowing that in an hour I gotta roll out. But again, I have time. I have time to check on my children's classes and check in with their teachers. Hey, like I'm doing now, I notice that this assignment is missing. Is there an opportunity? And then guess what I have to do in my own life? Same thing, because nobody's perfect. Between having to move, between having to deal with a number of things. My classes had to take a back burner. And see, again, it's expected that if somebody has to cut something or sacrifice something, it's always me. For my husband, for my children, for my community. And now it's just for my husband and children. I even had to tell the Lord, I ain't got time to be praying doing all this stuff. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm not really kidding, because I sometimes feel like, I wish the Lord would just intervene and deal with these demons. The only ones I don't like are the sex offenders, the rapists and the racists. And I'm not fond of the liars, these whores, prostitutes, junkie bums who choose that life, who promote others into that life. You want to fuck your life up, go against the Most High, that's on you. But what you're not going to do is drag everybody else down with your bullshit. So, do I know that my children are under attack? All of our children are under attack. Do I know that my marriage is under attack? Yes. Everybody goes through these things. And so that's why I've been able to defeat these demons, because I'm like, look, you guys, I told everyone before, working is slavery. It's an indentured service. And we only do it because they tell us we have to do it. And we only do it because they tell us that we need money. When money is printed, money is a scam. Go print some more damn money. Everyone can live. And before money was invented, right? People bartered, people lived, people thrived. So I'm not one of those people who can go off the grid and go live like in a fucking treehouse with no electricity and all that shit. No. But would I know how to? Yeah. And so getting back to being the mom that wakes up singing to her family, good morning, buenos dias, bonjour, guten tag, and I have breakfast ready. I have breakfast, you know. I have time to wear my jewelry, do my hair. I brought so much hair stuff for me and my daughters. It's insane, but it's great. All new curling irons, flat irons, rollers, everything we need for our hair, our skin, our nails, everything. So we can have fun. We're gonna do a pedicure party. They don't know, but I already got all the pedicure stuff. I got the scrub and everything, and I am going to treat them like they were at the nail salon, so that way they can also know how to do it themselves. There's nothing worse than paying people to do stuff for you, unless it's for convenience or to treat yourself. You should not do it yourself. So now I have time for my husband when he comes home from work. I've already had enough. I've already cooked dinner. I already cleaned. So I'm in a great mood to be with him. Because before we had children, it was me and him. And before it was me and him, it was me. And so that's why I'm getting back to me. Nothing selfish, but realizing that if I'm not my best me, they say be your best self. How can you do that when you're stressed the fuck out, trying to pay bills, trying to work, trying to run a business, trying to be a mother, trying to be a wife, trying to do all these things? You should have time to manage. And so if my husband wants me home more, then that's what he's going to get. My daughters want me home more and they want a brother. That is what they're going to get. I want my family to be happy and successful, and I want to be the lawyer that I was always meant to be. And I'm going to get that too. So I'm getting ready to go, but I'm making this video to specifically talk about how spiritually get your life, get your affairs in order. You do not know the hour, the time of the day when the Lord will come back. And I know for some they don't believe it. That's crazy. That's insane. Well, this is not for you. This is for who I would call true believers of the Most High, of the Lord, and whomever you call your Creator, whomever you call your whatever. I hope you are worshiping someone, worshiping whom you know, not an idol, not a false deity, not a demon. Because all these names and all these deities and all these false idols that you see, look at biblical times. What happened? What happened in Egypt? What happened in Sodom and Gomorrah? Did y'all get the smoke, the fire, and the brimstone? You got that shit. It came down from the sky. Did not the Lord part the Red Sea? I believe in all of that, not in what man has retold or reinvented or tried to recreate. No, I believe in the actual ancient scripts that talk about civilizations. See, that's the thing about records. You can take the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, all these, even the Hindu book. They've all they're all the same book. Y'all just don't know that, but they're all the same. They just copy and mistranslate and reword and do it for an agenda to get you to be deceived, to think that if you're going to call yourself a Christian, that means you can do whatever you want and the Lord will forgive you. Who said that shit? Demons who got kicked out of paradise. Keep that in mind. They're fucking lying to you, telling you do whatever you want in the name of Jesus. That's their fucking go-to. They always want to call on Jesus. When have you seen Jesus do anything? I firmly believe that there's an identity theft going on with the person that calls himself the Messiah, because I don't see them doing a damn thing for this world, for anyone. And I've been there. I've been many places. I've seen many broken people, many broken souls. That's how I know. And so that's why I believe in Yahweh, Jehovah, not with a J, with a Y, because there's no J in the Hebrew language, babes. I would know that being an Israelite, a true Hebrew. So I believe in reincarnation. I believe in karma. I believe in a lot of things that I've seen for myself with my own eyes, my own personal testimony. So that's why I would tell people I'm not religious because they're all the same, spiritual. And when you're at a happy place spiritually, that's when you can see through all the bullshit and all the lies that we've been told. You must go to this school. You must wear this. You must go to that. I pick and choose what events I show up to. And when I do show up, they roll out the red carpet because I am the queen bee. Because of how I treat people. I'm honest. I don't lie and steal and sabotage and do all this fuck ass crazy shit to people. Even to companies when they're wrong. I just take you down the legal way because that is what the world is all about, rules and those who follow the rules. And most of the time, people that are supposed to follow the rules don't because they're hypocrites. But they tell you you have to follow the rules. So who told them to write the rules? Exactly. Question everything, even the Lord. And I know that makes some people, oh no, you're not supposed to. Who are you to tell me you're not? And so I'm just gonna say that spiritually, I am living my best life and determined to live my best life. Does not mean that shit does not happen in my life. Does not mean that I don't go through shit. I just don't dwell on shit. I don't let shit affect me because it ain't shit. Notice the meaning of the word shit. When someone tells you that you ain't shit, they're basically, you get what I'm saying. So these things do not matter.